Hello, hello. Hope you all can hear me, and let me know if you can hear the music in the background as well. How the volume settings are. Haven't done this in a bit, as you might know, so I just want to make sure that everything is all good there. Welcome everyone. We got Blue, Nomus, Chris. I appreciate you guys being here. If you saw from last week, I took some snippets from the Timberborn stream and put them out as shorts. So something I've been playing with, just seeing maybe we'll do that going forward. We'll grab some stream highlights and put them out there for hopefully just trying to get some attention to the channel, basically. But yeah, that's basically the plan. You don't hear the music. Okay, let's just see if I can fix that real quick. Sometimes it has to do with the audio mixing, so let's just double check my OBS settings real quick. Just see if I just turn my volume down, but then, oh, I just closed my playlist. Shoot, okay. Let's take that up a bit, and then let's see if I can get that back. Chris noticed. Yes. Yeah. Well, and I got booed pretty hard by some people for making bad jokes, so it's like, whatever, you know, just wanted to have some fun, and that's totally fine if people don't like it, but yes, it's a good map. We will be using it's Teddy Radko and Poplar Pandarosa made this map. Teddy originally stated that he made it for Bridges and Ports, and obviously the DLC was delayed, as we all know, so they didn't, well, they still went ahead and released it anyways, so let me know if that music is playing yet. We'll see if I can figure out how to get this going so that we can have a good stream here, but Chris says screw them. Yeah, whatever, you know, it's people scrolling through shorts, they're gonna say whatever to you, so it's fine. You should hopefully hear some music now, I think. Yeah, go read the comments. They just said it was cringe, but it's fine. Just gonna have a quick sip of coffee here, but and then YouTube really hates me, or streaming really hates me today, but let's see. Let's take this down a bit as well, and that should hopefully be better. Any luck on the music? Well, I'll try turning up a little bit louder. Anyways, we'll dive in, we'll get some gameplay going. Hopefully it gets itself sorted out. So we'll start paused. There we go, I can figure out how to use the controls. So I've been playing a little bit of Cities recently. I was playing on this map myself. Now from a distance it looks kind of flat, but actually if we go up nice and close, I don't think there's a terrain map in this, no. But if we go into the road menu, you can actually see there is like a decent amount of some hills and stuff here to play. Music on, okay. Let me just restart the current song and then we'll keep going. Maybe I'll trim this out of the VOD. Let me know if it's too loud though. Okay, so it's got some good like terrain here as well. So I know that Blue wanted to kind of see some terrain building, so I think this will be kind of nice to play. We've got, again, like a little bit of a mountain range through here. Teddy and Poplar have done a really beautiful job on it. We got some good like bridge crossings and stuff here, you know, depending on how we want to do things. We could eventually build separate towns or something. There's an opportunity, obviously, for a nice big bridge to maybe go through over here at some point and kind of work over to this side of the map as well. This is still a little bit in the playable area. Again, it's pretty terrainy, but I think whereas, yeah, the map boundaries here, so, but we do have some bays that we can work with. I think over here too they've put in maybe just a vanilla bridge that we could also take out and put in yes, some trains. I'd love to try the dry port when the new DLC drops, so hopefully there'll be some trains as well for Nomus. Yeah. So anyways, I think in our starting tile here we have a little bit of some farmland natural resource. Let's see, and then I think there's also some ore, yeah, kind of over here. So looking at the wind direction of this map as well, we're gonna go with probably trying to build some industrial like in here-ish, I think, and then I think we're gonna start the town kind of around this water. There is this nice rail connection here, so when we do get to the when we get to the trains, we will bring it up. So say Nomus is like Beetlejuice. Say trains 3 times and he shows up. There we go. We might have ourselves another stream highlight short coming soon. Okay, so enough with the blabbering. So for now, please don't hate me. Actually, I'm gonna bulldoze this rail out of here though, just because we'll be building in this area. And I'm envisioning some sort of like central station, maybe kind of in this area. Yeah, I'm gonna start with just kind of taking this road and downgrading it into a 4-lane road instead. Come on, game. And so it begins. Let's put that there. Thank you. Turn the snapping back on. And we'll just bring that right up to about... fail. Try and get this aligned nicely. Right there. Also, apparently Nomus is my #1 fan, so appreciate that. I don't know what this, what the crown and #1 means, but thank you. So take out that roundabout. So what I was also thinking, let me know what you guys think, was to run kind of maybe this collector around like the edge here. We'll kind of maybe have like a nice riverside road or something, and then yeah, go from there. But maybe what we'll do is we'll just kind of stub this off over here somewhere, and we'll just make sure that put constant slope on, see if that kind of helps as well, and then I'll just force it to ground level for now, and then just see what kind of damage that makes. That's not bad. Yeah, so we'll just kind of stump that in over there, and then I think we'll run... I want to run a collector kind of this way as well, but I don't really want to take it... Well, it could be fun to have something pretty close to the waterfront, so... Oh, I don't mind having it up here. It makes me look like I'm important. So maybe we'll have it backed off. We've got this terrain line here. Maybe we'll run another collector along here as well. And we'll just see if Pilot blows the whole budget on roads before we get too far. And then I'll just elevate across here. Have our first little bridge. Like so. And then maybe we'll see what... what Bridges and Supports has for us tomorrow, but we are going to actually stream Timberborn tomorrow, in case I didn't mention that already. We'll get back into our leaf coats and see what Woody, Chuck, Forrest, and Chewy are up to as well. So, anyways, we'll step that into over there, and I think that looks nice there. And then we'll just bring this up into here, like so, and we'll throw down a classic roundabout. Let's put the small floor roundabout, so bit of a starter road network. Are the beavers still alive? Yes, I have not played since we last did, so I have not killed them again. R.I.P. beavers, but so let's just start with a really simple grid, because we can do some nice sort of like commercial along the collector here, and then maybe back here we'll just kind of maybe try and line up some sort of grid system here. I want to make use of the nice new Dutch assets. let's go up to there for now, and then we'll just kind of look into this one. See how well the grid tool works at not breaking the zoning. So far, so good. And then we might just have to kind of do a little bit of manual work here. So we'll take that there. And then again, we'll probably elevate this one across. Kind of really make use of this little river here as a bit of a feature in the city. So, and again, on this side, maybe we'll sort of build out the same size of grid. It seems to line up there, so. And then let's just see how far we can kind of go. Maybe about to there. Work on that. Yeah, they're still alive. I haven't killed them, so. So one of the first things we need to do is also make sure we have power and water, because that is something that I always forget starting a city. I think what we're going to do is just take advantage of this water pumping station. It's got a pretty cheap upkeep and a good outlet, so some of the other like towers look really nice, but you know, the outlets, they're more expensive. Like, I don't know, this water pumping station is kind of like too elite for what it should be, but we'll put that there. Stream is buffering. Is anyone else having buffering problems? Because I did take the bitrate down and everything, so hopefully. I was also having some internet issues earlier, so hopefully it's not me, but let me know if anyone else has any issues. And then we'll place a sewer outlet. Let's just tuck this one down in the corner so we can forget about it. I should have in my no pollution mod settings. Let's just make sure that the water pollution, yeah, it's still set to instant decay, so that won't actually like put out the nasty in the in this bay over here. So we'll get that hooked up, and we'll get our water pump hooked in as well. And then for power, we don't get a lot of wind speed in this starting tile, so we don't actually get, I'm thinking if I put anarchy on, yeah, we can't really get much wind power except for like way over here, so, and that kind of feels a little bit cheating to put the put them out there, so I think we might just no missing blue, it's okay for you. Okay. So I think we'll just have to import power, but I want to use this Netherlands substation because I think it takes in more capacity. It has that internet upgrade that you can put on it eventually, and it's a cheaper upkeep, so overall I think that's going to be good. I think what I want to do is maybe just place it somewhere because we were going to put a lot of commercial down these roads, so if we can kind of just tuck it in somewhere quietly. I mean, our industrial area is supposed to be up over here, so maybe what I'll do is we will just quickly connect, take this off. Let's run, hold on. Let's run a road maybe from here. We'll kind of cross it through this collector and then kind of maybe lead it a little bit into our industrial zone that we'll probably put in right over here. And then we will tuck in the transformer here. Make sure I got anarchy off. And then we'll run the power lines underground, of course. And I might actually just tap into this line here, put that there, and then I'm just going to back this power line out to about there. And it's saying it's having upset about connection issues. Ah, there was an underground line there as well. So we'll just go underground, take that out. And yeah, then we can run a gravel road along this. It'll need some sort of access, so. Chris says it seems to be better now. Perfect. Okay. So we'll just tuck that into there for now. This might change. You know, we'll just get the city kind of started, and then we'll kind of come back and finesse things, of course. So let's place this road into here, and that'll at least get us kind of started. Now in the past, I've kind of been a bit of a plopper, but I really wanted to maybe do some more zoning just so that the city kind of grows and changes. So I think we're going to use the gable roof housing kind of probably along this collector here where we've got some opportunity to add in commercial. And these ones work really well because you can kind of zone in some really nice 2 deep assets here. Those will kind of spawn in. And then you can also place some paths behind, that kind of stuff commercial wise. I would like to dabble with some of the Eastern European assets, I think. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good question because I did not specify. Yes, Nomus, I know it's shocking. We are going to plop. Power is not currently being imported, and I'm not entirely sure why, because this worked recently. Did I not hook up my power lines is the real question. It'll be a mix. We're gonna zone a bit, we're also gonna plop a bit, like let's just try this again. Connected into there, and then it should have power going through all. This line is connected to the outside of the map, right? It is. I see power flowing along it. There we go. Okay, something weird happened with Anarchy there. Tom, hello. Noticing on the Dutch row housing the number of front doors is bigger than households. Pretty strange. Sounds like City Skylines. If we're completely honest. To answer Blue's question, kind of probably a mix. Like I think we'll start kind of small here. I think my vision is to maybe have some separate towns, and then we can see about, you know, taking advantage of like the ferry system, the ports. Like we can build ports kind of all around, and a bunch of these different bays. We can run goods and ferries kind of through some of these. So we're playing with the tiles and everything like that. So we're gonna kind of have to progress a little bit slow through that, but yeah, that's kind of the basic plan. For commercial, I want to use some Eastern European assets, I think, here. So I will plop a little bit just so Nomus doesn't get too upset. But we'll grab some nice corner assets and we'll put some level 1 stuff in. I like these ones for high streets. It kind of reminds me of some of the high street shopping I did recently in London. So, but I think we'll try and use kind of the lower sort of two level buildings. You know, I don't want to go super tall, so yeah, these are kind of perfect here. I like the Eastern European ones too because they can kind of blend in different areas fairly well, but we can kind of play around with different ones. I think the 2x2s are probably going to work fairly good here, and then we can kind of see what we can do about gap filling and that kind of stuff. Might need to pick a... Let's just plop that one there, and then we'll use some movement magic to get things lined up properly, but let's go to about maybe there. We can play with the surfaces a little bit, and maybe we can also line these up just a little bit nicer as well, using some movement magic. I'm a little afraid of Move It sometimes because it does like to crash the game, so hopefully we'll save maybe now while I think about it. Just make this the live stream city, and it'll need a name eventually, but we'll get there. So let's just move that one there, and that kind of closes off that little bit there. And then we'll work on some details there here in a little bit. Oh, I gotta keep an eye on chat now. Blue hasn't been playing CST very much. Yeah. Neither have I. Noma sometimes misclicks the zoning button. You know, I used to be heavy into plopping. I think sometimes what's nice is I was working, playing by myself, and you know, you throw down some zoning and then you kind of come back later and it sort of, I don't know, you watch your city kind of change and grow, and I kind of like that. That's, you know, a little more my style of gameplay. What is this surface? It looks pretty nice. Might have to anarchy that down, but let's see how she goes. Just want to have something kind of fun in this area. This is kind of, I don't know, basic detailing that everyone seems to be doing these days, but I don't know how we feel about that surface there. It's kind of fun, but streaming only, I think so, for the time being, just because of life and my own work schedule. I don't really have time to do video production at the moment. You know, I kind of wanted to get back into YouTube, but I kind of also had to make it work for you know, my life and that kind of stuff. So we can vary up the assets a little bit here, I think. Maybe do something a little taller. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, is we'll live stream it for now. If things change for me, then of course we can always dive into something else, but I think I just need to change the colors on these. Tom likes the mix of the assets, old and new. I really like them too. I found that they reminded me a lot of Amsterdam. I think everyone's kind of calling it more the Amsterdam pack than the Dutch pack, but I also like to kind of mix a lot of the different zoning, so I don't mind putting down a little bit of this Eastern European, and then we'll kind of see, you know, the brick kind of in the back sort of matches the Dutch assets, so that's kind of the thought process there anyway. So the city really wants a lot of commercial, which is kind of surprising. I don't know if a lot of these assets, they seem to all have businesses so far, so that's good. Let's see what we could do back here a little bit. I think once we unlock some parks, we can get some better detailing. Parking wise, they can access through here, so I don't think we need to really worry about putting alleys in behind, but some more parking options later might be worth it. But we'll kind of let those zone in. We'll maybe come over here and look at some of our industrial, because we're gonna have to try and keep the budget balanced as well. A lot more difficult in cities too. So I think if we just run a straight road along here, and we'll kind of, you know, do a little bit of a gridded industry to start with, and then kind of go from there. And maybe we'll just do a nice frontage road along here as well. I'll just extend that out to there for now. Bring that down to here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put some parking on this one, if I can get a alley. Well, we'll just do it one way. Just have some parking kind of butt up right against this road here. And then we'll just have the alley kind of connect. Maybe that's facing the wrong way, but come on, zoning. Okay, turn around that way, and then this should just connect right into this road here. Okay, fine, we will put you up there instead. Yeah, video editing does take time, and I feel like I can kind of do more by streaming. I mean, cities, sometimes you gotta stream City Skylines for like 4 hours to really get anything done. So we'll see how this format works, but you know, I still really want to play Timberborn. We're having a lot of fun with the leaf coats, so Quick little coffee break there. So I think for industry again, I want to plop. Oops, don't need dev mode. Again, and I don't want to go too crazy with just like dumping down a bunch of assets, but I think if we kind of have a lot of these sort of industrial manufacturing buildings along here, like I'm trying to find ones that don't have a lot of parking in them, but what I might do is we'll kind of space these buildings out by quite a bit. Make sure anarchy is off so I'm not... Oh, it really doesn't like that, does it? Okay, hold on. I just don't like building too much with anarchy on because then this stuff happens and you always have to have anarchy on and it drives me nuts, but let's just see if I can maybe slide this road up to there. See if that'll let me sort of get this about there. Kind of breaks that up a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll grab those again. But when we unlock office demand, that's when we can sort of, you know, fit in some offices as well and kind of change things up a little bit. So again, we'll just sort of plop in some basic buildings. I like this one too for a corner. I'm not the best at industry, I've said this many times. So industry is where I'll probably need a lot of suggestions and help. We'll probably put some farms kind of in some of these areas that Teddy is reserved for that. So looks like a lot of our buildings have zoned in. I just wonder, I love that they have windows on the side here, so you don't really have to worry about putting in corners, which is kind of nice. Back here, I thought about maybe putting in a little bit a mix of the UK assets, so I should probably make sure we're playing on 3 times speed so that the city actually grows. Yeah, editing, it's fun, like, you know, for like different projects. I find what becomes a bit difficult with it is just that yeah, YouTube kind of demands consistency and everything like that, and you have to really fire out a lot of videos, I find. So I'm just gonna go for small here. So then it kind of just defeats the purpose because it kind of happens. I feel like it'll just do again what happened to me the last time when I burned out, was that I'm just firing out videos for the sake of firing out videos, and I don't I didn't really particularly enjoy some of the stuff I put out, and you know, I want you guys to enjoy what I'm putting out. So yeah, it's kind of like kind of have to balance the two a little bit. So whereas at least with live streams, I think we can butt these up right next to each other. With live streams, it does give that flexibility to do more stuff more often. Really, yeah, we'll just really vary the assets through here, so it's not so matchy-matchy, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from. I really like these UK houses. I think, again, the brick kind of really matches those gable roof houses, but yeah, the voiceovers, even doing it, like, I don't usually script a lot of it, and I would just kind of try and talk, and at least you can cut out all the ums and uhs and when you have to clear your throat and that kind of stuff. But let's see. Once we unlock medium density housing, that'll be nice, because again, the Dutch row houses, I really like them, but for now maybe we'll just put in some more single family UK housing back here, and then maybe we'll use my arrow keys here to sort of try and randomize a little bit. A semi. There's a small semi. That kind of works there too. We can have a mix of some of the semi-detached. Leave that open there for now for some paths, I think. Yeah, I think there's pros and cons to both. I think if you ever did see that sort of... oh, cool, new milestone. Excellent. So this one, we got some signature buildings, of course, and can kind of get into some medium density stuff now. Some of the farming, healthcare is available now, and cemeteries. So probably wait before we put those in, but yeah, Flyvox podcast that I did. Flyvox and I talked about that, and you know, kind of the difference between the two. Oh, now I would want the row houses there, but that's fine. Could almost put them on the water, I would think. Let's just see how maybe we do. I mean, I would like commercial here, but it can be some nice housing as well. So I think they only go 3 deep, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So let's try and do some of that here. Let it zone in. We can always move stuff and put in what we want instead. So let those sort of zone in, and I'll come back to plopping some of the things over here. But yeah, my first couple live streams, I don't know, it was really nerve-wracking, and you're like, hopefully people actually show up. Like, there's 6 of you here now, which is kind of nice. I think the first time I went live, I was like, please just let it not be me just talking to myself. I think that's my only sort of real fear when it comes to the live streams. Just gonna kind of bounce back and forth between these here. Put that one there. Tuck that one there. And then maybe we'll try and change the pattern just a little bit so that's not too matchy like that. I think that looks nice. So pretty high in a lot of the demands again, so let's see. I wonder if we could fit... I don't want to like cram stuff in too much, but let's see what I can do over here with the industry, and also budget wise, let's maybe try and take that down pretty fast. So water, we can just cut that in half. Electricity, I mean, yeah, it's just going to be the import cost. We'll maybe try and offset that a tiny bit just by bringing up the service fee. And then roads, we'll just bring that budget down as well to half. We don't really have a road maintenance depot anyway, so. Yes, appreciate Chris being here. Starting a city live? Yeah, it's a little daunting if I'm honest, because at some point you're like, is it going to actually grow? You know, if you accidentally just completely blow the budget and the city fails, then everyone watches you do it live. But anyways, I'm just gonna get out of that for a second. Why are we not? Oh, that's why, small. Manufacturing, we could probably go into some of the bigger buildings here again. There's some like, kind of like these 6x5, 6x4s again. They don't get heavy on the smokestacks, but we'll kind of just have a bit of a bigger manufacturing area. Maybe we'll put in one of these 6x6s over here. And I think this one, I'm going to unlock so that these kind of level up, because that'll help with our budget, and then hopefully they don't change too randomly, but you know, if they do, then it is what it is. I think I would like to get a little bit of farmland tucked in somewhere as well, so we'll kind of focus in that up over here, I think, eventually. Noma says some builds I just need to lock in and shut everything else out, and then I would not be able to read chat. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm trying to play City Skylines as a simulator. That's kind of my thing. Does the simulation always work? Again, obviously debatable. This is a bit experimental too. I am just hoping that obviously they're going to continue to work out the bugs so that it is, you know, a simulation game and not just, you know, city painting, which the people who do detailed builds and stuff like that, like, I'm always very impressed, especially Nomis, your CS1 stuff. Like, I don't have the patience for that. So I mean, kudos to you for doing it. I think a lot of it looks really awesome, even if I don't always get a chance to watch or comment on all of it, but you know, you do a really good job there. So I just need angle snapping here. Reading chat, yeah, it's a bit of a task sometimes, but I don't know, you kind of get used to it. I think, yeah, it does kind of come with the territory of live streaming that, you know, it's not as obviously polished as a full-on video. You know, you're just gonna be umming and stumbling around and trying to decide what to put where, and I think we need to somehow maybe make that look a little less ugly at some point. I think if we take the medium road here, what we'll maybe do is put some, well, come on, upgrade a lot of this, and we'll get some trees on there, I think. I will unlock in the development tree road services. Sometimes too, if you have a good audience, you know, you guys kind of keep yourselves busy in the chat while I'm playing. And then you can kind of just jump over and see what everyone's talking about, and hopefully a fight hasn't broken out or something, but sometimes you forget to read the chat. Yeah, it happens. I'll never forget the stream once. I was doing a Cities 1, I think it was Wintercrest. I like accidentally muted my microphone for God knows how long, and then everyone's like, hey, he's been really quiet lately, and I was like talking to everyone and being like, oh wow, they're not very responsive today, like hopefully everyone's enjoying the stream, not realizing that yeah, things had kind of got a little messed up. I just need to fix this jank here, it's bothering me. Come on. I mean, stuff like this in a video, obviously I would cut out, so you didn't see me just fiddling with a road. But, block spam bots twice. You've been streaming on Twitch, right? I was thinking of maybe popping over onto Twitch sometime. Ooh, how are we feeling about this road here so far? Like, are we enjoying this contrasting? You know, two different sort of building styles. I like it. Again, I love these Dutch row homes. They are like chef's kiss, amazing. I might just plop a couple in the corner over here just so we can line things up a bit better, but I think too that the people who do kind of YouTube as their job, like, will probably heavily favor videos because they have to just like pump out so much content. And you know, for me, I mean, yeah, I'd still like to get to 1,000 subscribers and maybe monetize the channel a little bit, but like I'm not gonna go crazy. Like I'm not gonna be Biffa or City Planner Plays level of, you know, video sponsorships and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I would just like to be able to, you know, see what we can kind of get and reinvest that back into the channel with some other games or upgraded equipment, better music, but better than streaming a chair for hours. I'm still wondering if that was actually fake or not, but or accidental, but you know, I think Phil took it and ran with it, so good for him. I forgot about the stream, the chair stream. But I also don't do a webcam, so sorry, I'm gonna remain faceless. You'll just have to I don't know if I should finish that sentence, but I was like, you'll just have to imagine. You'll just have to imagine it, I guess. Oh god. Maybe that can be the next short highlight. I'm gonna put you there, but let's just slide that over here, and then we'll just make some space for everything. And then I just want to grab that house. Maybe just angle it there a bit. And then we can leave. I'm okay actually just leaving a little gap here. Maybe what I will do is I will make that more of a gap to add a path And then I will take that house out, and we'll just use... I should take that one out as well. And we'll just use the corner, again, on these ones are really good, so we'll just move that one into place there. As kind of close as we can. It doesn't look too bad. And then we'll place another corner asset over here. Just put that one in with energy so it doesn't delete anything. And then just move that to there. Yeah, I thought about maybe trying to like simultaneous stream, but God, the tech problems with that. Again, I just haven't really looked into it yet, but oh, it was an automatic stream that just started at the wrong time. Yeah, and then the killer part is you're like, here I am, small YouTuber, just barely trying to like get out there, and City Planner Plays gets like 50,000 views on a stream of a chair. It's like, it's not fair. I'll just take out some of these bushes that ended up on the road. So just make sure that's all kind of cleaned out through there. So where are we at? Liking how it's looking so far. And again, some people have moved into this, so I'm kind of hesitant to delete their house, but what I was thinking, and we got somebody dead back there, of course. You know, you can cry about it for now. Deal with you later. Turn that off. Turn off a lot of this snapping, and then just see if I can get this path in here without deleting this house. Really? Can be that picky? Oh, it's probably because it's close to the road. If I just take this back a bit. Try that again. Nice. And I'm gonna let that build a crossing. His chair stream got more views than his own CS2 edited content. Oh god, yeah, the views on CS2. You know, that's the other thing here is I don't really have to stress too hard about trying to make view counts and stuff, and don't come for me. I still kind of like the game, even though it has all its problems. You know, I'm just still hoping and praying that, you know, one day it'll finally be a ready game, not a continuous paid beta, but anyways. So we do have the leisure piers available, which I thought would be kind of fun to maybe have a couple of those like out here into the water. So maybe we'll start with a smaller one here, and then if you could just please, yes, do that. And then kind of go at like a 20 meter curve here. And it looks really bad right now, but I promise it gets better. I think once you get the nodes to the right heights, just grab all this, set that to the same height as that. Maybe not, maybe I've just made a really ugly oval. Hold on. There is a way to do this. I have done it. I think if you use the... We'll just go out to 20, like that, and then there we go. That worked a bit better. And then, oh god. Move it, still a bit glitchy. Stop it. Okay, hold on. Filters, turn off everything. Nodes, that's just my fault for not knowing how to use a mod properly. There we go. That looks a lot better. Yeah, so we got this nice little pier for them to walk out on. It's nice because it creates a little bit of leisure, but it doesn't really cost, I think, too much in terms of service budget. I think it comes out of this landscaping cost here, but again, we can't really take that down, but how's the happiness? So somebody's dead. Boo-hoo. No one really needs the hospital yet, I don't think. No, so we're just gonna wait a little bit till the city gets a little bit bigger. But I will get some death care in here shortly. Let's go back in to find it. I just want to finish. I'm jumping around a little bit, so I should probably just finish what I was working on over here. So go to low density and turn that off. And maybe we'll just see what some of these medium, yeah, bit bigger lots, maybe right here. That there, and then we have a nice 2x. So I think that kind of fills in that area nicely. And then we'll maybe see about getting some houses back here as well. And we'll just take these out for now. As the least concerned boohoo ever heard, Monster Mayor. Yeah, well, what can you do? It's their fault for dying. Let's put some nice medium detached, maybe a couple semi, just because I don't want to get too terribly close there. Some of the smaller detached as well. That one there, and then maybe that, and then that kind of rounds out that little corner nicely. And then I think in terms of here, what we'll do is we'll just do the good old-fashioned zone and just let it do its thing. To see if those lots kind of fill themselves in first, and then do that side as well. That way, you know, everything doesn't look too matchy-matchy, you know? I just gotta take a quick water break. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so our population is growing. I should get this back on 3x speed again. We still don't have office unlocked. I think I'm gonna just grab, that's pretty far, zoom out. I'm gonna grab this tile, and then we'll kind of put down some custom farms, I think, in here. So they got these nice little fields kind of mapped out for us already, so I'm just gonna delete the existing surfaces, and then what we can do is kind of the trick, again, nothing really original here, but a lot of people do, is should be fertile land around here. Yes, so the vegetable farming, we will put, oh, maybe even just, you know, try not put the farm in the zoning area. This is kind of a flat spot here, so we'll kind of tuck that there. And then to kind of keep everything from not looking too weird, is we'll kind of go like, do that back and forth thing kind of here. Again, nice thing, this was a edited video, as I could cut this out and then you wouldn't have to see this, but welcome to the world of live streams, you get to see it all. So anyways, we keep saying harvestable resources is 0 kg, which is a bit concerning, because I want to make sure they can actually get some, so we'll allow some area, I guess, back there. So let that come in like so, and then we'll come into the better bulldozer. We will take out the fences, and then I have some nice surfaces for the ground, I think. If I go into here, I think we'll do the, should be able to overlay this, I believe. Can I delete the surface as well? No. Okay. It's gonna whine that it doesn't have water. Just pause for a second. So, if I put the base down, does that kind of cover the area? Take that right up to behind there. Yeah, there we go. I just need to pull that out a little bit. And then put the overlay down as well. So this takes a little more anarchy work, but I think we did something similar to in Pilot's Point, if I remember correctly. So we'll kind of just go all through here, complete the area, and that kind of different field color anyways. And, oh, sorry, briefly distracted. I might have to answer a phone call. We'll see here if that comes back up. Let's just get a road. Oh, sorry, one sec, guys. Apologies, sorry guys. Just had to deal with something real quick. So we'll get a road in here as well, just so that it gets our power and water going. There we go. Hit on pause now. And then we just have to get a fence around it. No, I was just getting a package delivered, and they have to call my phone to get access into my building, so anyways. We're all good now. I didn't expect them to come this early, if I'm honest, so. Alright, so we'll put that down to there. We'll just kind of use these fence net lanes to kind of put a fence around, and I'll just kind of leave the trees where they are, if I'm honest. Like, I think these are you know, pretty good to just have a little natural detailing around it. Might just change some of this, but we'll bring that fence right up to about, turn off the snapping, put that there, and then same thing out to there. So there we go, kind of got our first field going. It needs some work, but I'll clean it up, don't worry. Yeah, so that took down a little bit of our industrial demand. I think, again, we'll do another farm. Livestock farming can go anywhere, so we can probably just place that opposite here, and take that. Again, we'll kind of maybe try and fill in one of these little areas that they've already laid out for some of the farming areas, and then we'll kind of just do the same thing. So yeah, I might want to move this road eventually, but for now this will work. So we'll go ahead and we'll take off the fence, and let's see what we can put down for a surface. Maybe we'll put down like a nice, since it's a livestock farm, maybe just a mud surface. So we'll go ahead and just place this over top here as well. I guess actually I can just do this because I don't need to follow the surface exactly. Just want to be able to overlay it basically. And then we'll do, where is the mud? What should we place over top? Maybe like a soil? This doesn't really go with the pack, but we'll see what this kind of looks like. I know this is not the most entertaining thing is to watch me put together surfaces over a farming area, but anyways, looks a little too neat, maybe, in my opinion. Actually, that looks a little bit better, but I might just redo it. Maybe we'll just do a grass crop base and then do the overlay as well. That might look a little bit better. Anyone got any other games that they're playing currently? You know, Chris is playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. What's everyone sort of enjoying these days? And then we'll just do this. Maybe brown grass overlay. Bit better. I can have to clean up the edges and stuff, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, Blue was on a pee break. I thought she was talking about me going on a break. I was like, no, I've been here the whole time. And Blender. What is Blender? Do tell. Put that up to there. Alright, I gotta fix the surface eventually, but how's our economy doing? Well, we're almost equilibrium, which is nice. I'm afraid to put any services down, but let's see if we can maybe expand a bit more. Again, you sort of have to, I think, jump around a little bit. Chivalry mod kind of like changes the gameplay a bit, Chris, or sounds kind of fun. There we go. Put another corner building. A short block, but if we put that there, we do like a northwest, northeast pack kind of thing. Kind of blend that there. That actually works not too bad, I think. Coloring's a bit weird. I just wonder what we can do color-wise here. Can I like try and take it more to like a... Oh, I like that. It's a bit more of a brick color. Maybe we'll paint that on everything. At least this little block here, and that matches a little bit nicer with this northeast back building. Should have a path through here, to be honest. What's Blender? I've never played Blender. That sounds interesting though. In my head, I'm just imagining like a game where you just put stuff in a blender, and I don't know if that's correct. Turn our snapping back on. Let's put this path up through here into there, and then maybe we can also run it. We could probably run a path up to like this, and then if we maybe just see if there's any sort of like pedestrian path through here, which doesn't really look like it, just a vehicle path, so yeah, maybe we'll just take that one out. This asset isn't really maybe was the best choice, but that's fine. Blender is a software that helps Nomus create assets for CS1. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I always wanted to try asset creation, but I don't have the vision for it, so that's cool. Respect for that as well. That's a lot of hard work. I'm just gonna play with the nodes on this bridge a bit. I just want to shorten it, I think, a bit. So maybe we'll take that to about there, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of just move this like that. And then of course we have the trees in the road. Let's take those out. There we go. So I think we'll transition a little bit to some northwest pack here, northeast pack. If there was a nice corner building, take anarchy off. Does that kind of would go nice on the corner? Maybe this one would be nice. I'm going to go up to level 3 though, and then just place this one instead, I think. Just because it looks a little nicer than that other building, so bring that over here. Try and get this kind of lined up. And I think this dips down quite badly, so what I might do is just maybe raise this up to there, and then make that the same height as that. And that looks a little bit better. 3D modeling software. Oh, cool. Alright, we're up to an hour. How's everyone doing? I know that I promised I would do 12 o'clock streams, but I couldn't just today because of scheduling conflict, but that will be the plan hopefully tomorrow when we dive into the Timberborn leaf coats again. And then hopefully I think when we stream this again next week, once the DLC is out, then you know, again, it'll kind of be more in that 12 o'clock my time, which should be only about 8 or 9 for everyone over in Eastern, or in the Europe time there. Okay, so we got a little more commercial there. And then maybe we'll just put something smaller on the other side. I thought the Southwest pack had commercial, yeah, that's what I thought. Except they're all kind of like drive-thrus and stuff, which kind of bothers me a bit, but there should be, yeah, sort of like these strip mall type assets that we can place along here. What would be that one has parking on it, but let's do that. That one. And then see if there's a nice, like, 2x2. Yeah. Tuck that one there. That's a nice asset, because you'll kind of, if we take these trees out, you can have a nice view there. So we'll kind of have that little commercial zone there. Yeah, sometimes you get quite focused like that and then lose track of all time. Get these trees out of the road. Okay, and then I think up here, again, we can kind of transition our housing styles maybe a little bit. Let's see what we got for some southwest and northeast housing. Maybe the row homes kind of. I'm gonna have to plop a lot of this. Let's go residential, southwest, northeast, low density. There we go. Yeah, kind of like. Oh, of course, that happened. Ugh. Okay, I'll fix that here in a sec. We'll just do these different sort of like road type homes up to about there, and then maybe we'll also tuck in. They're a bit long though, so Okay, I gotta get my public market back. Level 3. There we go. Let's place that there so it doesn't disappear on me again. And what do we have? Maybe a nice little 2x2 right there instead, and then we'll play with the surfaces later. But yeah, I think it's coming together nice. Again, I think we'll just throw down. Let's do the gamble style on this one. Let's just see if they go 3 deep. Yeah, let's let those zone in over there while we're working on our stuff over here. I think I want to make sure I leave some room for a train station. I think it would be fun to maybe also have like a high street where the train station is, so maybe we'll kind of reserve this area for the trains. And then we'll probably reconfigure. The stream is kind of dried out, unfortunately, probably because of this water pump that apparently is also not connected. What? Well, then how's water been getting around the city if it's not connected? Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. We're good. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about putting like a small train station in here. Like, I don't think we have... I don't think I can unlock it yet, but I got Tygon's rail assets here as well. I know that they put in... Yeah, the local train station maybe would work. I should probably just find this and find it. Local building? No. Thought I could just find a building in here. Anyways, that'll probably be the plan. Transit. Oh, okay. I guess I can't grab it. Anyways, that'll be kind of the plan. Maybe we'll put a little high street shopping center in front of there. But I think progression node wise, we're on milestone 1. I think you gotta get to Grand Village for, yeah, transportation. And I think that's when you get, if I scroll down, Grand Village should be trains, I believe. Yeah, because you get the transportation progression tree, and then you can get trains. So yeah, I guess there's probably just speed things up a little bit and try and. This is why I kind of wanted to zone on a live stream, because also it just builds faster. But we'll just do that, keeping in mind we're reserving the space for something, and then maybe we can see about zoning in a few things as well. I mean, the point of today at least was to get a starter city going, so that when Bridges and Ports drops tomorrow, we would have something, or eventually have some more things to do. So just get some stuff zoned in for now. Just kind of let that do its thing as well. Got a couple signature buildings we can play with. Should probably see how we're doing surfaces wise. So we still have one dead person, but it looks like the other one either disappeared or got picked up from outside the city, so I think we can probably leave that for now. I was still searching US assets only. That's fine. I'll wait to the progression tree anyways. Hi Tim, thanks for joining us. We'll be here for probably another 20 minutes or so. Back to the zoning. Oh, this is all row housing. Yeah, so maybe we'll do some of the USA. Let's just zone this straight like that and let that kind of just fill in, see what it does. I can always move stuff or plop or something like that, but yeah, we want to kind of just speed up our progression a little bit. Doesn't the DLC release tomorrow? Or have I got the date completely wrong? I thought it was tomorrow. Let me Let me check. There was supposed to be... Oh, it is next week. Ha ha ha. Okay, well anyways. When it releases next week, we'll do the same thing. Oops. Well, I have a stream planned for next week on the 30th, so that should work anyways. Thanks, Thomas. Glad somebody pays attention around here, because it sure isn't me. Alright, so that's all kind of zoning itself in. So we'll just let it do its thing. We could use a little more. Budget's still pretty good. I just wonder if there's a way we can reduce the deficit a little bit. Power, yeah, I can't really do much with that, so I can take the taxation up maybe just a tiny bit, just to bring in a little more money. It's gonna kind of drop some of our demands, but I think they should kind of happily take that. And then we'll, you know, just try and kind of increase our population nice and quick. What we can do down in this area here is, I thought there was like a two-way road, but the parking was on one side only, but I'm seeing a lot of only one-way onlys, so I don't know why I thought it was tomorrow. I think City Skylines 2 released on the 24th 2 years ago, so that's probably why I had the wrong date in mind. But yeah, I had a stream plan for the 30th that was going to be Bridges and Reports anyway, so I guess I jumped the gun a little bit, but... okay, well let's take this road here, and I just wonder if I can run that. And then if we go into Road Builder, I just need to add a car lane. See what that does. I think that made it two-way. No, still one-way. Hold on. Edit all instances, so we'll flip that one around. There we go. Then probably just need to take it out and there we go. Do that. We'll kind of bring that out to about there, and then maybe do another one to about there again. I won't actually really be able to zone on that side, so yeah, let's just take this road. Actually, you know what, instead let's just throw a cul-de-sac on the end, because why not? And then we will throw down again some more zoning. Do that. It only goes 3 deep anyways. Do that. That should grow in. And then we'll try and fix up this river at some point maybe as well. But yeah, we are needing some more. The hearses are really kind of starting to pile up, aren't they? Might have to get over my nonchalantness towards the, or my indifference towards having death care in the city. Let's get that plopped in there. We'll try and sort of just get a few more. Wish this would. Let's do that and that. Fill in a little bit of these gaps there as well. Maybe I should change this zoning. It seems to not really want to do anything, so we'll go with the southwest row housing instead. We'll do 3 there, let that kind of fill in, and then 3 there as well. And oh, that's not doing what I wanted. Hold on. Just take the zoning off that one for now. Everything else should fill in correctly. Like a crematorium? No, I've been kind of blowing it off because I was trying to keep our budget kind of balanced. Let's see if I think I have to unlock the crematorium. 15,500. I could actually just do the UK parish church. I would like to do this cemetery because it's modular, but where can we put the parish church? Could actually go back here, you know, where this water pump is, and then we could kind of... Oh yeah, progression node. Now get more money. We could place it back here. And I'll just turn the road snapping off. So what we can do is I will line that up maybe right about there. And then I will change this road and upgrade it to there. And then maybe do a one-way sort of alley in front of it. Just like that. And then, yeah, kind of gives it more purpose to this area. But got this one in, and then we're probably gonna need a clinic as well. Let's see what the cheapest one is. 10 to 5. This one's got a pretty low upkeep, so try and get some services in to try and make people happy. Probably even just tuck it in back here. Again, maybe we'll just try and take this back to about there, and then I can maybe squeeze an alley in, and I just need this to snap to... Maybe I'll just turn all the snapping off. Just like that. And then if I can get a cul-de-sac on this. It's not really connecting to the roads now, is it? Oh well, that's what I get for trying to do something different. Let's just take down our speed here a second. Maybe do like this. Kind of like a one-way sort of system out to about here. Like that. And then budget-wise, we will just take that down quite a bit for now. Just until we get more of a population going. Nomus is trying out his French. And then we'll put that there. Yeah, this is really not zoning in very well, is it? Probably do the same thing here. Let's go... let's do southwest. Actually, no, let's do northeast. Row housing. Pause, just take those out for a second. Northeast. Row housing. Let's just do that there first. And then we'll kind of fix up this zoning behind here. There we go. We can put some commercial assets down here as well. And I think again the northeast has that nice little... Oh man, I always get the northeast and southwest packs mixed up so bad. Oh man, masculine and feminine in French. It's the death of me in both French and Portuguese. There we go. Just put a little commercial section kind of in front of that clinic. I'll take down some of our commercial demand, hopefully bring in some more people. This does need some serious detailing here pretty soon, but just want to make sure we keep our budget balanced. Is it California based? Not really. I'm just letting the city do its thing, to be honest. I don't totally ever base my cities off something real. I usually kind of do like a mix of everything. You know, I've been fortunate in my life that I get to travel a lot being a pilot, hence the name Pilot Build Cities channel name. And yeah, so I do get to kind of just do that, and kind of I try to bring my perspective into, you know, my city planning, how I plan my cities and that kind of stuff. I don't claim to be a city planning expert, but I just kind of like to add in stuff that I see in the different cities I've been to that I enjoy and think work well. So yeah, not a bad start. These northeast buildings are quite colorful, yes. We've used the Eastern European ones as well. I did change the color over here. These kind of brick match better with the Dutch building, so kind of what we got. I fly an Airbus A320, and I can't tell you for who because of rules. So sorry, that's also going to remain a mystery. But yeah, just social media policies and rules at my company. I can't unfortunately disclose that. So you can guess all you want, but I will never confirm or deny anything. It'll just be another mystery. So we'll just kind of put down some of these US commercial assets here, I think, as well. Again, we're kind of just getting the city started. Actually, I don't think those really work well on the waterfront, if I'm honest. Might leave that area open or put some... we do have some signature buildings, I think, available to us, so maybe the Fleur d'été. Could place that here close to the water. Might be, again, a nice little water-based asset. We could probably maybe put another pier and extend this path out. There's supposed to be some new paths coming, I think, with the bridges and ports. Yeah, I played with the colors before in the past. I kind of actually want to take this theme and kind of just put that all the way down there as well. I think that just kind of makes that blend just a little nicer. Got about 6 minutes left. How about we just kind of slow things down and we will just work on a little bit of some detailing, and that way my European audience here, that happens to be the bulk of my audience at the moment, can get some sleep here shortly. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out, because I don't think there's any... I'll leave that one. But yeah, I appreciate everyone joining today's stream, of course. You know, we haven't had Cities 2 on the channel for a while. We were taking a little break, and you know, I'm just hoping again that things will be different here leading into this new DLC, and that once it's finally done, you know, they'll have no more things really distracting them from fixing some other components of the game, and then you know, hopefully it'll be better sailing from here on out. But yeah, I kind of wanted to get back into it for Bridges and Ports. You know, I was kind of looking forward to that DLC. I'm just glad we're gonna have ferries here pretty soon, which will be kind of nice. Just take off nice snapping there. Try and bring that lined up better. Tomorrow again we'll be streaming Timberborn. We'll be working on our Leafcoat modded faction again. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that series as well. Having a lot of fun. I always appreciate having you guys around here to see what we're up to and to chat, hang out, catch up with everyone. Nomus, again, thanks for being here. It's good to see you and catch up again. I know that I've been kind of changing the channel a lot too over the last little while, so I appreciate you guys sticking with me while we try and sort of eventually kind of get a good system going of what we're doing. So yeah, just use some of this little tile details. I think it looks pretty nice, gives a nice little touch to the street here. So and then here I really should have connected that better with some paths. So again, we'll maybe see what we have for a little path here. Get this kind of connected there. And then we'll maybe try and give that a little nice detailing. I really hope you guys can't hear that leaf blower that's outside right now. And if you can, I am so sorry. Some nice little bushes in here. Maybe just some other little trees as well. Kind of just try and pretty that up a little bit. And I don't want snapping to a surface of an object to be on. The beavers are survivors. I've put them through a lot. Again, we could do a few bushes here. Oh my gosh, that leaf blower is so loud. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. That's apartment life for you. This could really use a little something. Maybe we'll work on that in the next stream as well. I mean, we'll kind of just try and clean up some little details with the time we have left, and then that'll be good. And then next week, when Bridges Reports actually releases, as Nomus has pointed out that I have my release date wrong, then we'll dive into that as well. And yeah, see what the state the game is in, see how the patch is. I think that's what I'm mostly looking forward to, is the patch notes, to see what they've fixed and changed. And yeah, hopefully there's a lot of good stuff in there. I just want this to be elevated here. Do that there. Connect that up a little bit later. But where else can we do a little micro detailing? Maybe right here as well. Let's see if we can get a nice surface in here. Maybe put in like a grass surface. Kind of build our own little park until we get them unlocked in one of the other milestones. And nice fence as well. Maybe we'll just hedge it off instead. To there. We'll just maybe have that corner open there. Let's see what we have for some props. Got a nice little, I don't know if I want to do a table set. Maybe what I'll do is just like a little park space, so we'll have a nice playground for the kids, and maybe a little like covered area over here. I don't really like that one. Actually, that one will do. Put that there, a little covered area. And then I think, I don't know where the, yeah, park, there we go. Some benches in here. Oh, you don't hear the, the leaf blower, thank God. Then a gazebo here as well. And what else? Maybe just a little food stall action as well. Put that one there as well. There we go. And what else? We'd like a little more seating maybe. There's a bench there. Just get some nice trees in here too. This nice big fig tree back there. And maybe we'll just tuck an oak up there. And apple tree is a nice little asset, but maybe we'll just put a bush there. Kind of tuck a bush back in there. Have one down on that side as well. You just gotta tuck a little more tree action back there. Stuff like that. And at least have a nice little corner kind of filled in with something. So, but yeah, I think that'll get us nice and started. Oh, I really don't like how that's looking. We'll have to see about these southeast assets. Maybe we might have to put something else over there, but that's kind of the start of our new town. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Tomorrow we'll start an hour early, 12 Pacific. It's 8 p.m. UK, 9 p.m. Central European Standard. Summertime, I guess. Time change hasn't happened yet, so yeah, really appreciate everyone being here today, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. So take care, and bye-bye.